So I've been waiting for a good day to paint the Arum lilies. As you can see, all three of them are in bloom right now, and it's very overcast, which I thought would be a good day because you don't have to worry about the light shifting and changing. So I'm just gonna set up my little station and paint something. Oops. Ah! Alright, I've got it set up lower now. A bit more in line. I kind of ducked down. I was like, that's more the view I wanted. So got myself a chair, brought this down, and I think I'll move this more to the side so that I can be closer to my view. Kind of want to not get it exactly like life, because of my format here, I kind of want to bring the flowers a little bit more together, but more or less draw what I see as much as I can. Alright, the plan is not oil painting. I'm going to do like a little watercolour or inking, something that feels natural and free and easy, but just look at the beautiful flowers. Aren't they pretty? Yeah, okay, right, let's do it. I just realised you probably can't see any of what I'm doing. You can kind of see my strokes, right? I'm just shaping like it's like a long angle. My aim is to get a very, this kind of shape that's very like leading on this way. And there's this big leaf here. You see this one? And then there's this shape of a top. Wouldn't it be pretty? I'm thinking if I had like a fairy there. I don't always have to add a fairy, but I just feel like that would be pretty. Like imagine a fairy here sitting on that leaf, like maybe holding on to this. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm putting these twisty parts here, try and make it flow a little better so that it's not just kind of all sticking up weirdly. I want it to be really kind of like they're twisted around each other and going out, which as you can see there's not much of that on the actual plant, but I still get this feeling of like this. So when I'm drawing it here I kind of want to try and accentuate that. So I'm thinking for a pose to kind of have her leaning out. I don't know if she'll be hanging on, probably not, maybe just like leaning, because I feel like if we kind of follow this, like another one of these swoopy lines here, of a fairy leaning down or something, with her wings going down this way or something. I've been watching a lot of Fantasia at the moment, so I'm going to try and do her very dainty, like the beautiful old fairies from that, like almost insect-like and really pointed. Alright, I think it's time to put some ink on this. Here's my ink of choice, waterproof, smudge proof, all that stuff. And I like to use this thing, it's one of those dip pens. This one is the Speedball sketching set, comes with like the holder and a bunch of nibs. And this one is size 512. It's the only one that I like that I haven't broken, so. And I have my tea. Let us ink. This is very tricky because the ink comes out when I put it down, and I don't really want to ink it down. I'm like inking it like this, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend inking on an angle very much. Maybe I should take it down or like lean it a bit. Yeah. I decided to move to this flat surface just for the inking because I've got all the marks I need. I'll move back for the colour so I can look at my subject, but I made a few weird marks for her eyes that I don't really like, just because I was doing it on my lap and it was too wobbly. So I'm gonna finish it here and hopefully pull it back together. Got my giant palette here on my lap. This is I love this one. It's great. Lots of room. It's brilliant. It's really heavy. It's ceramic. But it's good for the studio, not good for outdoor painting. So I am in the process of making a travel one for myself. But as of right now, this is all I have. So it's gonna sit on my lap. And I have more tea and snacks. I finished blocking in the base colours. Now I'm just going to go in with more depth. You see up here I've made a bit more contrast between the flower and the stem. Like the stem is darker like it is in real life. I just want to do that a bit more throughout. And add some more shadows and colours. But I don't want to over-render this too much because it's supposed to be just a simple study thing. I do like how it's going so far. I don't like the fairy's face very much. I made a little mistake on there. But it's not the end of the world. I'm trying to just move past it. I can always edit it out later. But I think it looks pretty good. And that is the finished painting. There's leafy Arum lilies. There's my little painting. I signed it down here. There's a little fairy. I'm very happy with how it turned out overall. I think it would be very pretty, like, to take a picture of it and then put it with like a more of a creamy rustic background, and then put like a poem or something here, like a fairy poem, like this old fairy type poetry with they got pictures in the. I just think that would be very pretty. But yeah, thanks for coming along and watching me paint this. I'd like to do this more often. I'm really glad I ended up doing it, because each time that one of these flowered, I thought, I've got to get out there and paint it, and I wanted to paint it like completely from life, which is what I ended up doing. So also, I'm very happy with my little setup. You can see I've got my easel like over the rock wall, and it has these, well, you can't see them right now, but it's got spikes on the bottom so it can actually stick in the ground. So obviously it's meant for outdoors. I found it secondhand, and it seems quite old, like older than mine, where it's got these, rusty old bolts and paint splattered all over it. Anyway, now that I've figured out how to set it up, it worked out very well, and I had my stuff on here and I sat here, so yeah, that was good. I should do this more often. If you would like to purchase this painting, the original will be up in my shop, I think right now, so check the link below for my Etsy shop. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in the next video. Have a lovely rest of your day.